Let's continue with another course that is about creating views. Now, what will we do with this course? It will help us understand the creation of views using drag and drop. We will understand the creation of views and refining views for better data visualization. Obviously, when I say refining views for better data visualization, it means that we will be moving the data across the panes to understand how well can it be visualized and how well can it be understood and implemented. Fine, let's continue on that. So, okay, this is already loaded. And do we have any data? No, we do not have. So let's connect to data. So I'll click here and we have some standard data. Okay, let's go on this market segment data analytics. This file format is already available and ready with us. Or else let us also see which other files are available. Yeah, out here. Let's see. Okay, let's open traffic new and see if it comes up. That is, let's go to the sheet. Yeah, okay. And after going to the sheet, let us also, so this is what we have. Actually, we have lower count of tables. I wanted far higher count. So let us try and open another file here. SAS DBT. Okay, now this is of the SAS format extension. Let's see. It will open here. That is the connection format. So I'll click on sheet 1. Okay. So we have the file over here, and what is this? This is a generated field that counts the number of records, and that's a measure value. What is the measure? A generated field containing the value of each measure. Okay, let's click on this. Okay, now these are the sum of the values. These are the measure values. These are what? These are the count values. Okay, we don't need these though. So I'll come here and I'll remove it. Come here and I'll remove it. Some of this I have covered when I was explaining you all the file menus and these different menus when I was covering with you all. Well, might remember some of it that I had been moving some of these variables out here, and some of them were here. But let's understand this. See, this is the pane. Okay, this is the sheet, or not a dashboard in dashboard terms of Tableau, but this is your work area. And these are the panes. That is the column pane and the row pane. This is the page pane. These are the filters. Okay, so you can remove these for now. Okay, we don't need these either. Okay, these are the filters that are applicable. These are the marks. Okay, and you have the pages also, page pane, and you have columns and rows, and this is the sheet on which you will be navigating and modulating your different variables for creating a view. So what I'm doing here is I'm just creating a random view, some bit of variables out here in the columns and rows without any stated objective as of now. So I'm taking age as a column. I'm taking the blood pressure as a row. So what do we see here? This is the age, this is the blood pressure, and this is the age. And what is it showing here? It is showing as sum. I click on this. I come here. I do not take, now these are the different measures that are available for age. Likewise, if you click on row, when you come here, these are also the same set of measures that are available for this. They can either be in continuous format, they can be in the discrete format. So we can edit in shelf. So let's click on edit in shelf. So when you click on edit in shelf, this is showing you what? This is showing you all the sum of blood pressure. If I want, I can change this blood pressure over here with function, but I'm not doing that. So I'm clicking on escape on your keyboard. So that command will be deactivated. Again, let us not put an end here. Let us go and add some more variables randomly on the panes. I'm picking function over here. So what am I seeing here? What does this look like sheet? Blood pressure against the age, blood pressure against the pedigree, function against age, and function against the pedigree. We have not set any benchmark. We have not set any stated objectives on why are we doing about what we are doing. I'm just trying to explain you all how are you creating views, what you need to understand as far as the views are concerned. I'm not providing you all any explanation or any output that you all should be able to derive from this particular exercise. Okay, it's just about understanding. In the pages, if I want, I can take one of the functions here and I can also put it in pages. Okay, so when I put it on page here, it gives me the range, that is the sum of this is provided. If I click on this, I don't want a sum. Okay. What I can do here is this particular pane that we have on the pages, we can have it, we need not have it also, so that's fine. So the objective here is to again understand that which of the variables you can move on which pane. Okay, so I'm clearing the shelf. So this shelf is gone. So whenever you put anything over here, it will pop up over here. Let's click on glucose and put it on filters. For glucose, which of these do you want? Let's click on all values and click next. A range of values, at least, most, least, special, nothing. Let us click on the range of values, only relevant values, all values in the database we'll select. Apply. Okay. So that is a filter that we are applying. So now what analysis do you want to perform out of it? I'm using glucose. Okay. And as a continuous variable, I'm not taking any of its measure. Okay, I'm just treating as a dimension. If I click on measure and if I take a sum of it, that will give me the value of the sum. The range is the way different values that are provided. This is the summation of those ranges. I'll cancel it. And again, let's come back and add insulin over here in filters. So insulin, what do we want in insulin? Let's click on count. Next. Now we have the count at 768. So I click apply and I click OK. We have the count of the insulin also. So typically out here, this particular section that you have is meant for creation of view. And the views that you're creating here, they can be part of the columns, they can be part of the row pane, they can be part of the marks pane or filter or pages pane. Again, when I click on columns, you can decide if you want to have a measure. You can decide if it's supposed to be discrete. I'm clicking on discrete. It's not continuous. The age is discrete. It's not continuous. If I click on pedigree, I can change that also to discrete. So that is how it will show up. Okay, but again, these are the sums. If I want to show them as what? If I want to show them as count, click on count. I come over here and I change them over here as count. On the rows, I'm having the sum of the blood pressures. Okay, I can change it to minimum. See, these are the minimum values that we have arranged. And for function also, we can change this to minimum. So in case of function, the minimum value is 0. Obviously, we don't have the exact count of that. So this is how you actually work towards your function, towards your view. So how you should be understanding how you should use the view. This is what it is provided. Again, this view that we are generating here, it can vary, based on the objectives or based on the stated interest that you want to acquire or derive out of this exercise, or for any particular data that you are provided with. And based on the way you arrange your views, you can create a set of analytical stories or dashboard. Okay. So finally come here. Let's remove them all. We'll remove all of this. Now this is one particular exercise that I have picked. Now again, and yeah, out here also we'll remove it. So your entire work area is now clear. Now when I click on age, what do we see in age? Detail that is given over here. These are the additional set of features that you can use. You can add it to sheet. So when I click on add it to sheet, so it takes you to rows. If you want, you can take it to column as well. That is something that I already showed you. So when you have, this is another sheet that we have. This is, so these are the different data sheets that we have already imported. Let us also import another data sheet. I click on this, on the data and I click on Tech Mahindra. I click open. Now that's a data source. Okay. So what all do we have on the data source? We have 3 to 4 different files. Clicking here, and out here I can see the 3 data imports that I have made. That's the analytics, so that's not relevant to us. So if I click on this, these are the data that will show up. If I click on this, these are the tables that show up. If I click on diabetes, these are the tables that will come up. You can work across data sources and worksheets depending upon the data that you're importing. So suppose if I want Tech Mahindra, and there is one more, these are the price data details of Tech Mahindra. Likewise, if I come back here and I import another sheet, let's click on more. If I click on equity segment, I click open. Once we are here, oops, where is it gone? Yeah, okay. We are on the data source again. These are the 4 files that we are seeing already imported. I click on sheet. So we have equity segment, we have diabetes, we have sheet 1, that is the traffic, and Tech Mahindra. So let's see what we have in equity. Out here on the equity, we have the market equity segment, the market summary, and the market data that we have. If I click on measure values and equity segment, so these are the fields that will give you the count of the number of records. It's something much similar to these two will always be the same practically in terms of the functionality for all of the variables that we have here. So I click on tables here, and it will help us to create what? It can create field group, set parameters, transform, split, custom split, convert to measure, change the data type. It's a string type. We can change it. We can make the changes to the given tables. Like I mentioned earlier, you can import as many different types of data here, and then you can create your views over here. Obviously, the data files that you are bringing here, they should show a certain level of interconnectivity. I mean, for you all to build a better report or a better story, or a very good quality dashboard. It cannot be you are just bringing in any random data across sheets and then trying to create a story. That is rather a very shoddy project report that you will generate. Fine. So out here, again, we are discussing more about the views. So whilst we are discussing about the views, what we need here is now, which data am I working on? I'm working on equity segment data. So what I want to see is a number of trading days on the columns. I don't want this as a sum. I want this as a count. So I'm coming to measure. I'm changing this to count. So these are the count that we got. And on the rows, I like to have the average turnover. So I'm bringing it on the average turnover. Again, I do not want to see this as a sum. I would like to see it as a minimum value or a median or an average value. Okay, let's click on average value. So these are the average turnover values, and these are the count of the trading days. Now, this visualization I have created. Okay. After this, what do I want to do? I want to conduct analytics. Again, I am covering all of this under views. We are creating views, and we are refining the view for better data visualization. So do not stray from the overall objective of the course, or overall objective of the task that we are undergoing.